we'll get it going. So I'll start. They'll put it right now. You guys ready? Yeah. All right. So rule number one that I live by. I learned this, while we're in the hospital, and my wife was going through her. We found out she had cancer. I mean, it was shock. Would you guys imagine? I mean, the shock that I was in shock, and so I started telling people, what was going through, what we were going through, and the one thing that I found out is, that nobody cares. So rule number one, nobody cares. So turn to the person next to you, not your partner, okay? Somebody you don't know, and say, nobody cares. Nobody cares. People are focused on their own lives. Constantly sharing your struggles might get you sympathy, but it won't get you what? Results. Leaders focus on solutions and not complaints. And so I have to learn that very soon. When you tell your problems to people, what you're going to get is pity. And I didn't want to get pity. And so Are you going to have this one? All right. Well, I'm just going to read it up. You guys might, so we'll read it up. Well, do you want to, I'll drop it real quick. I thought you guys had this one. Let me see.
It's going to say TT's.
Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. Let me see.
Give it up,
No people found yet. So what did it say?
TT MacBook.
I see. I got a ACSJ. Is that you? All right. What is that? Okay. You see? Did it go through? It should. Okay, right. Thank you. All right, perfect. I just keep going. They'll post it right now, okay? So focus on solution, not sympathy, okay? The more you show up with strength, the more others will follow your lead. So what we started doing, we stopped telling people what we're going through. How you doing? Great. How's everything going? Great. How's your wife? Great. How's she doing? Great. Everything's great. All the time. I don't care what we're going through. We got a lot of bad news along the way. There was a moment where, we went to the hospital one time just to get a regular checkup. And we had our nights booked. We had a 4, we had a 6, and we had a 8 o'clock. And we went at 12 o'clock to the hospital just to get a checkup, get some medicine. We're leaving, and the doctor stopped us. She said, hey, Mr. Massoud, I need to talk to you for a second. So we went back into the room with him. He goes, your cancer's back. And we're like, what? Yeah, and it came back in the lung. And, we went back to the car. I think we cried for like an hour and a half, the car, me and her. And then it was about 2, 3 o'clock. I'm like, hey, let's go home, She's like, no, we got appointments. And we showed up to our 4 o'clock. The crew was there, and he was like, he kind of like, what's going on? We kind of told him like, hey, you know what? We just got something. He's like, we don't have to do this. No, we're gonna do this. We need to do this. We need to do this. We need this. And we walked into that appointment, and he would not stop looking at me and Mana. As in the presentation, I was like, You're throwing me off, bro. Like, you gotta look somewhere else, pay attention, take some notes. I don't know what you're doing, but you're throwing me off. You know what I mean? He just kept looking at me. And we ended up closing that one. We closed at 6 o'clock, we closed at 8 o'clock. And that night, me and Manal, we went out and grabbed a cup of wine. And we celebrated just another day, you know, because you don't know. You know, a person that walked into the hospital and, you know, he walked out. I learned this later, but he was crying over Mana. He's like, oh my God, we're gonna have to like bury her in the next 2 3. Like that's what he was thinking. Well, you know, he about 3 months later, he got run over by a car, and we ended up like. You never, like, you don't know what happens, you know, and so we just focus on solutions, because we have faith that God's going to deliver, you know, and so rule number 1, nobody cares. Rule number 2, all right, let me click on it, so if you guys want to take a picture of it. Perfect. By the way, let's give it up for everybody that's helping here. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, you guys ready for rule number 2? Yeah. Okay, nobody owes you what? Anything.
That's right.
Entitlement is the enemy of growth. Okay, you're not owed success because you just showed up. Success must be earned through value creation, consistency, and results. Okay. And so I showed up a lot of times, and I thought, you know, I'm the biggest guy, or I'm this, I'm that, you know, and, you know, sometimes I would expect things from Coach Mario, and nobody owed me anything. You know, I had to get over that. You know, instead of, you know, expecting what's in it for me, like, what can I do for others? You know, how to serve, you know. And so take ownership of your path. What matters at the end of the day is results, okay? You control your future. You're not your past, okay? You cannot control your past or what anyone owes you. A lot of times that stopped me, because I came in and with this mentality that people owe me things, and it will stop me from what I could do. And so, you know what? There's nothing we could do. By the way, if you're, you know, obviously everybody here is part of the super team, but there's nothing that you guys could do to repay your coaches. Their struggles, because is Primerica hard? Yes. Is life hard? Yes. They could have quit any moment. The fact that they did it, that they kept going, that they kept pushing, that they kept doing, that they keep doing fast starts, that they keep coming up here. He just had an accident 2 months ago. He broke, he shouldn't even be here. And the fact that they come over here, they still do schools for you, and do what they do. You can never repay it. I can never repay what Coach Mario did for me. And I had this entitlement with him, like, oh no, you should thank me. No, I'm always gonna be in debt with him. Always. Because if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be in Primerica. He's the one that showed up to my house. I didn't get prospect. I haven't gotten prospected still ever. I think, you know, I got one of those faces, people don't prospect me, okay? And so, if it wasn't for him, I don't know where I would be. It's scary to think that I would be still back at the mechanic shop. It's scary to think that I would still be the same Tony that it was 16 years ago, and probably even worse. I was kind of, you know, I was rigid, I was jealous, I was insecure, I was tough, I had no sympathy, I had no empathy, I was bad. This company changed me. How can I repay Coach Mario for all that? Or Coach Franny? I can't. I'm always gonna be in debt. So I always remember that. That keeps me humble. And so, rule number 3, all right? You guys good with this, by the way? Yes, okay, good. Rule number 3, say that out loud. Life isn't fair. Yes. Life isn't fair. Stop expecting it to be fair. Stop it. Oh, that ain't right. That ain't fair. It's never fair. Okay? Unfairness is part of life. Some people will have advantages and others won't. That's the bottom line. But your path is your path. There's sometimes where you're like, oh, well, hey, by the way, when people's paths are made easier, that's not good.
That's right.
The person that struggles the most teaches the best.
That's right.
Hey, the person, there's two kids. One that has everything, that dad gave him all the money, and he had everything to do a company, and there's the one that was broke, had nobody to support him. And they both get to the same place. Who was better? The guy that had everything, or the guy that had to figure it out? I want to be the guy that figures it out. I want to be that guy. Because it's only going to make me better. And so, when things happen in your life, when issues pop up, when you got problems, I talked about it yesterday, we should smile. We should be excited. Because this situation is going to make you better. If you solve this problem, it's going to make you what? Better. And we're here to get what? Better. Not bitter, better. I want to get better. And so give me the problems. It's not that more money, more problems. It's that more problems you fix, the more money you make. So I like fixing problems. I like being part of the solution. I like being part of the person. There was an issue, and middle of the night, big issue. There was some craziness happening, and they called me 3 in the morning. Please get over here. And I got over there, and the next day we got together again. And one of my coaches goes, you know what? She was telling, because Manal wasn't there. She was telling Manal what happened. This what happened. He goes, you know what? It was refreshing, and when Tony walked in, it was like peace came in. It was peaceful. He knew that he was here, and there was peace in the room. And I was like, I have never been described like that. Ever. It was always, do not tell Tony, because he's going to make things worse. Because I was going to come in with what? With my 1, 2. Fighting, because that's the only way I knew how to communicate before. And today they're like, no, call him. My family, any problems they have, call Tony. Because see, I started learning that I have to work on my emotional part.
Right.
Not only to, handle my emotions from overflowing, but handle other people's emotions when they throw it into me. And as a leader, if you want a big team, you're going to have a huge pot. So we pray for patience, but God doesn't give you patience. He gives you opportunities for you to practice. And so next time you get a problem, and somebody's throwing all their emotions into you, and you feel your emotions coming up, you got to think, okay, wait, I can't let it. Emotional pot, I can handle it, handle their appointment, I'll have their emotions. Thank you. And then you start, this is my time to what? Practice. Put a smile on, because you know it's a test, and you're going to pass this test. Yes? Thank you. So, use what you have, not what you wish you had, okay? Play the hand that you're dealt with, okay? The skill is what sets you apart. I'm just telling you, with my family, I got Manny. He's his animal, what do you call it? His spirit animal. My brother Manny is a gorilla. Imagine dealing with that, Randy. It's a gorilla. He is a gorilla. He has everything. When he goes, you're like, oh my God. Okay, imagine dealing with those emotions. And he's all over the place sometimes. I got my brother-in-law Ronnie. He's 6'3", 6'4", 250 pounds. Tough guy. Imagine, and you think they're big. They're full of emotions too. You want to override people like that, but you got to be able to handle them.
That's right.
And thank God that God didn't give it to me at the beginning, Coach Sam. I would have lost them. I would have lost them. Thank God that they came in 8 years later. Sometimes we pray for things, but thank God that God doesn't give them to us right away. Because we're going to lose them. I would have lost them. I would have got into fights with them. I would have got offended. I would have felt disrespected. And time, the time that I was here for 8 years, I figured, hey, you know what? Nobody could offend you if you don't give them the permission to.
Right.
Nobody can disrespect you when you don't give him the permission. You gave him that permission. And so once I had to learn those things, I see God equipped me so I could be their leader. But it took 8 years. So life is not fair, okay? So number 4. Nothing is what? Free. Every opportunity comes at a cost. I don't know if you guys, some of you guys, I met somebody that actually flew out from Indiana. Some of you guys, I seen a big bus yesterday. So some of you guys, pay the price to come over here. Awesome job, okay? Whether it's time, energy, money, or effort. If you're not paying, you're likely being used or missing out on the growth. And when somebody goes sign up as free, they want your information. They're using you. So I don't want to be used. I knew that I had to invest right away. People come over here like, what's in it for me? Like, no. When we came in, they told me, oh, there's going to be a retreat. Who? We didn't know who Coach Bill Whittle was. Today, we'll pay whatever it takes. The same thing for Coach Sam and Elaine. We'll pay to go see them. But at the beginning, you don't know. And they were like, it's going to be $1,000. And we were broke. $1,000, people, so we had to go sell a TV and sell a couple of things to come up with the money. So, but, we were used to that. In my mechanic shop, I had to invest my first mechanic shop, $20,000 before I even made money. 3 months, I didn't make no money. I had to pay the rent, and we had to pay almost $15,000 to $20,000 a month in overhead.
Come on, Tony.
To run a business.
That's right.
And here we're crying over POL. I got to pay $25. I got to stand up $99 to get up. I'm like, oh, my job is free. What? Your job is not free. It's costing you. You just don't know what it's costing. It's costing you your life. When they told me $25 to run my business, I'm like a day, right? I didn't think it was for the month. I had bought a website when I had a mechanic shop. This is back in 2008, so it wasn't what it is today. And the guys, I brought this guy, make me a website. He goes, a 2-page website. Okay, how much is it going to be? $75 a month. So when they told me POL is $25 a month, I thought it was a 1-page website. I'm like, okay, what kind of website is this? I pay $75 for a 2-page. And then what are you talking about? Then Coach Mario showed me. I was like, oh my God, $25 for all this, all of it. So, thank you. Invest in your growth. The price of success is always paid up front in discipline. That word, by the way, I'm not disciplined. Well, keep saying that. Keep saying that. See how it goes. Whatever you say, you're right. So guess what? I am what? Very disciplined. Are you guys disciplined? Yes. Nice to meet you guys. It's whatever you say. I'm very disciplined. Discipline is everything. Discipline means doing it when you don't want to do it. When you don't feel like doing it. When everything's against you. When it's not fair. When life is beating you up. When you shouldn't do it. Discipline. So I started being disciplined first with my emotions. I had to control that first. And then my work ethic. I had to control that. And then, I want to show you a picture then. I was 256 pounds at one point. So I have to be disciplined with what? What I eat. And then my mindset is kind of messed up. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm kind of negative sometimes, okay? I got this dude that always talks to me, always wants to mess me up, okay? Some of you guys call it your best friend, And so I have to be disciplined reading books. Sometimes I don't want to. I do it. I have to be disciplined passing my licenses. They pay you to be disciplined in this life. And you got to start saying, I'm disciplined. I'm disciplined. And you start, you know what? And just take it, a day at a time, a moment at a time. And you keep doing it, and you keep doing it, and you keep doing it, and you keep doing it. And change the wording. I can't wait to work out. I can't wait to read a book. I can't wait to study. I'm excited when I study. I'm excited when I do this. Start changing your words, because you know what? It gives your body power to move forward. But I gotta study. I gotta read books. How the heck do you think your body's gonna respond? And it's a choice, yes or yes? Yes. Oh no, that's the way I am. No, that's the way you say you are. Change your wording. Rule number 4.
That's 5.
Number 5. Yes, y'all seem to pay attention, all right? You're not what? Special. I'm not special. Nope. I'm not special. God is great. Yes, all the glory to Him. So I'm just blessed. I thank Him every day. Like, I don't know how we got here sometimes. There are so many dark moments. So many moments where it's just like so dark. Especially when my wife was going through surgeries. Especially when her cancer came back a couple of times. We're not special. Believing your struggles is unique keeps you what? Stuck. Oh, I got this problem. So do 1,000 more people. You ain't special. You're not. I know you want to feel like that. I know you want empathy from people. People take care of you, but that's not. Everybody got problems, yes or yes? Yes. Everybody got problems. You guys, anybody here that doesn't have a problem? Somebody raise it up right away. So if you believe that your struggles, people are like, oh, I got this problem. They believe it's unique to them. They don't do anything. They get stuck. I'm like, that's what's gonna keep you stuck. This is the reason in the future when your kids ask you, hey mom, I know that you were friends with so and so, and they made it big. Hey dad, I know you were friends with Mario and Franny. I know you were friends with them. You got mentored by them. And what stopped you? Because they made it. What excuse do you want to give them? I got the flu, and I got sick, and no, I didn't want to give no excuses. So we just kept going. So stop using your story as an excuse and start using it as a fuel to prove what's possible. Go beat it. Go overcome it. Then you can talk about it. Then you can talk about it. Manal says, the only time you can see the flavor from a tea bag is when you put it in hot water. So when you're in hot water, what flavor is coming out? What flavor is coming out? When you're in hot water, when you got problems, what flavor is coming out? How are you handling it? Are you smiling? Are you like, hey, I got this going on, coach, but don't worry about it. I got this. I'm going to finish strong. I'm going to finish qualified. I'm going to get what I need to do. I'm going to get my RVP promotion. I'm going to pass my licenses. Like, how are you showing up? I wanted to show up the best way possible. It's not easy. It's easy to be the victim. It's easy. But if you do what's easy, life is hard. And if you do what's hard, then life is easy. So I want to do what's hard. So we're not special, guys. I know we think we are, but in some cases we're not. Okay, so look. The next rule, number 6, right? Yes. Feelings don't equals what? Results. You won't always feel motivated, but success doesn't care how you feel. It only responds to what you do. So learn how to act regardless of the emotion. I had to learn how to compartmentalize. You guys know what that means? When we were in the hospital, I opened that box. I'm with my wife, 100%. When I was going to appointments, I had to put all those emotions in a box, put it back in, and open the KT box. And go deal with the client. Because if you try to carry all this weight with you, it's going to be too heavy. Right. So I had to learn how to compartmentalize it. And that's how we kept going. Because people, how are you doing it? I just compartmentalize it. One day at a time. Whatever the task is at hand, okay, that's what I got to do. But what matters is that I get results. Yeah. You know, one of the reasons I felt so guilty, because they said that what's the biggest thing that causes cancer? Stress. And we were not winning. And we were not making money. And we were at $40,000, $50,000 rolling 12. And my wife was stressed out. Angie, I thought I was the reason why she had cancer. Carlos, I thought really like I gave her, because of my lack of work ethic, because my complaining, because my wasting of time, I stressed her out. So I'm like, I need to get that off my chest. I need to provide. So my feelings didn't matter no more. I needed to get results. I needed to get results. We never done the numbers that we did. I just needed to get to work, get the results. So during the hospital, there was, it's crazy that how I'm just being honest, how I worked. Like I had all the time before. My wife was good, and I was thinking, when she was in the hospital, I wasn't wasting no time. Right. We were going, closing, coming back, doing whatever it takes. You know, there was a moment that she had to go, like she hadn't seen her family. And we wanted to send her back home to Lebanon for a couple, 2-3 weeks, because I know she was in between chemo sessions. And we had like about $3,000 left. And, you know, we bought the tickets, and she goes, okay, I'm going to take half of the money. I said, no, you take all the money. When you're there, I promise you, I'm going to send you more money. And she's like, what about the bills? I said, don't worry about the bills. I got the bills. I'm going to get to work. And she was sent off. She went with my 2 kids, and she went for about 3 weeks. I never been so proud of myself. I worked day and night. I could have taken, before, I used to take a nap during the day. I used to watch some ESPN. I was on it. Carlos, that changed my life. That 3 weeks. By the time she came back, we had an off night. And I've been talking about her to everybody. And I went and recruited about 28 people in those 3 weeks. And I'll be talking to her. I can't wait to meet my wife. Thank you. I can't wait to meet my wife. I can't wait to meet my wife. And so the whole team was waiting for Manal. And, they were outside when I came to Manal. I'm like, Manal, I want you to meet some of the teammates. And she's like, oh my God, nice to meet you. Oh my God, nice to meet you. Oh my God, nice to meet you. And she's like, oh my God, Coach Mario's team is growing so much. I'm like, no, baby, that's your team. That's your team. That's our team. She's like, really? I said, yes. You gotta give signs to your family that this is happening. Yeah. And so for me, production is good, but people are better. I like growing teams, right? So you gotta give them signs. So learn to lead your feelings. Don't let temporary emotions block you. Block your long-term success. You have to learn how to control your emotions.
That's right. Yes.
You can't let people see them. Just, in front of them, smile. I learned this. Let people see your light, but not your shadows. Yeah. Sometimes we come over here and we carry emotions, sit up front. Hey, you okay? Yeah, what's wrong with you? Is everything okay? If people are asking you, change your face. If people are asking you that, change your face. Okay? Nobody should be asked, hey, man, you're fired up today. Yeah, I'm fired up today. Hey, I'm awake. I'm alive. Hey, God is great all the time. Yes? It don't matter what problems you're going through. You want to make all this money, but you can't handle your emotions. You want to be, lead a big team, and you can't handle the emotions. Hey, you know what? Things are going to happen. As a leader, they're going to look to you to see what's going on. And they can see you freaking out. You're the pilot. Right? The other plane, we're flying, the plane, we're like, oh my God. Like you're shaking, it went this way. Imagine the pilot comes out, shoot. Oh my God. I don't know what's going on. People are laughing. Hey guys, it happens all the time, don't worry about it. We got it. Oh, okay, cool. How are you as a pilot of your team? Next one, discipline. We talked a little bit about this one. I'm going to hit it again. Discipline is greater than what? Motivation. I'm not motivated. Nobody is.
That part.
During those tough times, you think I was motivated? You think I was motivated? No way. I didn't want to do it. There's days I just want to sleep in. There's days I just wanted to just hide, not do nothing. It was heavy. But I couldn't. You have to be disciplined. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline builds habits and long-term success.
There you go. Yes.
You want to build a habit. What habits do you want to build? For me, okay, reading. Reading is a habit. Every day I read audibles. I'm a crazy reader. And I didn't like to read at the beginning. You know, when I found out that you have to read, that's why I left high school. I didn't want to read no more. I don't want to read. You got to read. Oh, my God. And I was talking to Coach Bill Whittle at the same retreat. He's like, do you read? I'm like, no, I don't like reading. He's like, well, stay broke. Leaders are readers. I was like, all right. I went and bought some books. I started reading my first book. I fell in love. I was like, oh my God. Chopping food. I couldn't think. My mom's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I love reading. I went and bought another book. Then my mom's like, you're going to leave me behind. I'm like, well, you know, you can read too, baby. There's books. I already read them. And she started reading books. And then soon enough, my kids started reading books. And now every day, everybody's carrying a book. We're reading all the time. We eat good. We feed our minds the right way. But it's discipline. It doesn't easy. Working out, losing weight, the same thing. It's discipline. It's not, oh my God. My brother's a freak. He's at 4 in the morning. I can't wait to go to the gym. I'm like, dang, bro, like, I don't know. I go to the gym, you know, but I ain't that crazy about it. It comes easy, but it doesn't come easy to me. But it doesn't mean I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna work out. I'll be running 3 miles 5 times a week. When I first started, my knees were cracking. I started walking first, half a mile. I'm not even kidding. A week later, I was doing about 3/4. A week later, I was doing a mile. Then I'm competitive. So a week later, I'm like, okay, let me see if I can run it. I run half of it, walk half of it. Then a week later, boom, and then down running uphill. Hey, what is it though? Motivation? No, it's discipline. It's practice, okay? And so, show up on the, hard days. Because showing up on the easy days is easy. It's when you don't want to show up that you got to show up. When you feel like showing up, that you have to show up. On the hard days, you got to show up. When you're not winning, you have to show up. That builds character. We did a competition. The guy was talking. He's a great talker. We beat him. And, you know, we have to show up, you know, for the day that we're going to announce it. He didn't show up, Carlos. And his team showed up. And as a leader, he didn't show up. And his team was there. Because he lost. Exactly. And there was like, we're just going to announce it. Hey, that's his ego, though. And so I've lost so many times, and I showed up. Hey, you know what? It's part of it. And it's how you show up. Congratulate the other person. It was hey, congratulations. Then make no excuses. Hey, and let's go again. Let's go again. You know, let's do it again. And we're going to show up again. Okay, so that's when discipline earns you the edge others don't have. You keep showing up. 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 No matter what. Nobody can beat you. That's one thing. Like, I'm going to keep showing up. So you're going to compete with me, but I'm going to keep showing up forever. So my money's on me. I'm going to show up. Do you have that type of confidence? Do you say, I'm going to show up no matter what? Yeah. So, hey, discipline. What number are we on now? 8. All right. Okay. Your circle shapes you.
Yes.
You become who you surround yourself with. Winners stay around what? Winners. If I'm not saying anything, but I started looking around like, where are you at? 0 by 0. Where are you at? 0 by 0. And I was a 0 by 0. Like, nobody here talking about getting off the 0 by 0s. I can't hang with you anymore. I just kidding. Let me go hang around the guy that's doing 10 by 10. Make me uncomfortable a little bit. What are you doing? What are you doing 10 by 10? Well, I'm prospecting here. Oh, by the way, I'm disciplined. I'm very disciplined on the business. I prospect on a daily basis. There's not one day that I don't get 5, 10, 15 numbers. Not one day. Not one day. Every day I get numbers. Discipline on my business. Discipline on my health, on my food. Discipline. And so your circle shapes you. Who are you hanging around with? You gotta be very careful. Your environment affects your attitude, your standards, and your growth. You gotta be careful because people like to put little things in your head that are very negative, and soon enough, the weeds grow so fast. I'm a gardener. I love gardening. Man, your plants, you do everything for, like the fruit plants or the tomatoes, and the next day, like, damn, they're dying. What's going on? Like, it's so hard to keep these things alive. And the weeds just take over. You don't have to do nothing. You gotta pick them every day. Like, how? I just cleaned this thing yesterday. More weeds come out. Because it's easy. So negativity is the same way. So you gotta be careful who you're hanging around with. They sound good, but if they're contaminating your mind, you gotta say no, thank you. No. And some people refuse to get away from certain circles. Oh, that's my family. I know that's your family, but they're not being very family-like right now. They're saying all the wrong things. Be careful who you listen to. Listen to the right voices, you make the right choices. Listen to the wrong voices, you got to make the wrong choices. You know who I kept in my circle? Coach Mario and Coach Franny, all the time. My brother was like, why are you listening to him more than you listen to us? He told me that like 1,000 times. He has brainwashed you. I'm like, yes. He's washing my brain. Yes, he is. I appreciate that. Yes. They don't understand it. They don't need to. I stayed away from them. I stayed away from family. I stayed away from people. Some of my old friends. Change your friends or change your friends. I tried to change them. They wouldn't change. I changed them. I can't stay in their circle. They're still broke. The family still needs them. They don't help out. They're not supporting any parents. They're not doing anything. They're always asking for things. I don't want to be like that. I want to be different. Don't you guys want? Yes. So audit your circle. Hey, if they're not adding any value, if they're not going places, love them, but love them from afar. There's some people that they understand. There's a person that we used to hang out with all the time, but always complaining. So I said, you know what? I love you, but I didn't tell them I just have to. Hey, we don't hang out no more. I can't hang out with you, bro. You're not doing the numbers. You're not producing. Oh, so that's the only thing that matters. Production. Yes. We need to pay our bills. Production matters. It should matter to you and your wife. Ladies or the partners, if they're not producing, you gotta give them a boot, not boot them up, but boot them out of the house so you can get to work. But now we'll stand in front of me. I was watching ESPN again, right? It was 2:00 in the afternoon. I was watching ESPN, okay? And she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, don't you see what I'm doing? I'm watching ESPN. She's like, we need to get to work. I'm like, we'll get to work right now. It's 2:00. Now, girl. She said, okay, she didn't say nothing. She grabbed her phone. I'm not even kidding. She's like, okay, God. She started calling the teammates right in front of me. Like, I'm sitting here, there's a TV, and she's like, hey, what's up, buddy? We're going to be tonight, but we got to get it going. Hey, you have some appointments? Right in front of me. She kept calling another person. And she's pissing me off. I'm like, oh, she's going to And she got, after a while, I'm like, looking at her, go back. I'm like, got up. I'm like, where are you going? I'm not going to go prospect. I can't watch ESPN with you walking in front of me. Hey, it takes guts. There's some partners that are like, oh no, I don't want to bother him. I don't want to tell him anything. Hey, you guys didn't show up to the meeting. Oh yes, because my partner she wanted me to stay home with her tonight. Oh, really? You guys are broke. What are you staying home for? I don't know. Maybe we're weird. Number 9. Thank you. Okay, work smart, not just hard. Okay, hard work is essential, but without a strategy and mentorship, you're gonna burn out. Learn from others, refine your approach, and always self-improve. You know what? One of the things that I started doing, I started recording myself on appointments. I started recording all my trainings. I put a camera in there, and I'll go there because sometimes, I come out of a training with my bass shop, and I was like fired up. I was like, man, I killed that. And I talked to Mana, I'm like, Mana, how was that? And she's like, I was like, why you always gotta be, why you gotta be negative? Like I demolished it. She's like, you were screaming a little bit. I wasn't screaming, I was passionate. So I said, okay, so I started recording. And so I did the same training. I thought I killed it. I thought I did phenomenal. Then I'm like, okay, let me go watch this thing, because I'm going to post this probably on Facebook. It's so good. I played it 2 seconds later. I'm like, oh my God, I was screaming, Randy, at the top of my lungs. I had to call my whole base up and apologize. How did you guys put up with me for 30 minutes me doing that? So I started learning. Then I recorded it again. Then this time I could watch maybe a minute out of it. I'm like, stop. And I said, okay, I can't do that anymore. And then again, stop. It took me probably about a year and a half of me doing this so I could finally watch like the whole training and be like, okay. It was so bad. But people, when they tell you, you don't see it sometimes. My wife was telling me, but I couldn't see it. So sometimes you gotta what? Watch yourself.
Right.
Watch yourself. So I started working on that. Getting better. People, wow, you're changing. Oh wow, you're like a natural speaker. No, man. I practice. I made, what I thought, pull myself over and over, practice to get to where I'm at. You need to practice. Those are your blind spots, okay? Effort without direction is wasted energy. Work with purpose and be coachable, okay? And so the next one, okay, the last one for the rules is what? Excuses what? Don't pay the bills. You can't have excuses, or you can have excuses or you can have results, but not both. Owning your success means taking full responsibility for everything in your control. Everything. Everything is my fault. When a team is not doing good, it's my fault. When a team is winning, it's on them. But I take responsibility. All the time. There was an actual fire the other day. I was on stage. Coach Sam, I was on stage. And, the speakers were not working, and something was happening, and, people go, hey, the devil's trying to stop us, yes? When things are not going the right way, people, oh, the devil's trying to stop us. And I said that, and there was a smoke machine, and it lit up on fire. Woof! When I said that. Like actual fire. And so we freaked out. The stage is on fire. People are running out. And I'm the leader. Coach Mario was not there, so I'm trying to figure out. I'm a mechanic, so I know what kind of going on. I looked at it, and so we disconnected it. I threw some water. One of my agents came in, and he started screaming, and I lost it. My emotional, I lost it. And I lost my cool a little bit. And he got super offended. And He disrespected me. He did a whole bunch of things. I didn't care. I shouldn't have lost him, even no matter what. I'm the leader there. I went to apologize. I apologized 1,000 times. We went out to eat. Make sure like that will never happen to me again.
Right.
Ever. I took responsibility. No, it's on them. They shouldn't have talked to me like that. They shouldn't have done that to me. You're the leader. You're the leader. So I took responsibility, apologized. And I learned, next time there's a fire, I know what to do. All right? So those are the 10 rules. Hopefully that helped you. I'll finish with this piece right here, okay? Watch this, okay? This is it. Yesterday I wanted to get to. This is our new neighborhood, all right? That's Coach Mario's Mario Land, Disney World, right here. All right? I'm not kidding. That place is sick. This is Coach Susan's house. Okay, she moved in first, then he moved in next. Probably like about 10, 12 years ago, she had told us, one day we're all going to move into this neighborhood. How much are the houses? Like $1 million something. Like, I can't even afford nothing. Well, she said, it's going to happen, mijo. Believe me, one day we're all going to move into this neighborhood. Just keep working. I said, okay, I take it. So 2022, about 3 years ago, they already have moved in. She called me up. She goes, hey, Tony, there's a new complex. They're opening up. You got to come check it out. You got to move in. So I'm like, okay, Coach, boom. We moved in. We went through this whole place, right? There's all the houses here. I went through all of them. You know, we got a nice house already. And the best lot was this one. Corner, uphill. You can see from here all the way through. All the riverside is beautiful. The other lots, they were okay. But that one was the best one. And so I went and I grabbed the guy that was in charge and I brought him. Because he's like, I want one of the lots. He goes, which one? There's the numbers. Okay, get in the car with me. We're going to go over there. We went over there and I told him, you know, Ken, this is what I want. And he goes, this one. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, ha. I'm like, why are you laughing like that? He goes, there's 40 plus people on the line. This is the best lot. There is lawyers, there's investors, there's doctors, business owners. Come see this one over here. This one, there's nobody in the line. You can get this one right away. I said, man, I want this one. I don't know why, but God's telling me to pick this one. So, what do I gotta do? He said, stop wasting. I said, what do I got? Just tell me what I gotta do, okay? I was like, can I pay you a little more? Give me. He goes, that doesn't work that way. Just put your name on the list, you're not going to get it. I said, let me put the name on the list. So I filled all the paperwork out, submitted my paperwork, put it. This is in January. The house is supposed to go next year by January. So we put a year in advance. There was 40 people on the line. So January came, he didn't call me. But he kept calling me every month between them. Tony, you're not going to get this house? You know, come get this one. You know, the one next to it. This one right here. I said, no. Tony, come get this one. No. Tony, come get this. He wanted me to settle. Hey, settle. Hey, settle. Hey, settle. Your family, hey, why are you doing that? Settle. Hey, stop doing that. Settle. You're never going to get it. Settle. I said, no. No, I already got a nice house. I don't need that house. If I get it, I get it. January passed, February, so we're not going to get it. I invested like $50,000 into the other house. And in October, he calls me. He goes, Tony, the house is yours if you want it. I was like, what? How? Like, tell me what happened. There was 40 people in front of me. Well, he did the work for me. He called every single one of them, Coach, and told them the same story. And they settled. They all settled. Every single one, I'm not even kidding. Every single one. As soon as we moved in and we walked in, they all came around. How'd you get this house? I was in front of you. I was in front. Hey, yeah, but you got out of the line. You got out of the line. You got out of the line. And what I'm telling you is, don't get out of the line. Don't settle. Keep pushing. What's yours is yours, okay? So we just gotta go get it. Man, today I'm telling you, we are beyond blessed. We are beyond blessed. So with that, we'll see you guys in a minute, guys.